Hi viewers, I'm your host Halima Sadia for Tech TV News and Views Bulletin. Here are the highlights. A surprise victory of Donald Trump in the US elections. Is PM Trudeau ready to have smooth work relations with Donald Trump? Some commentators doubt. Tech TV's show Power Dilemma with Sarah Bukhari brings views on Donald Trump victory. Conservative Party Canada's leadership race debate influenced by Trump victory. Conservative Party leadership race candidate Dr. Kelly Leach shares Donald Trump's views. Ontario PC Party nomination campaign attracts South Asian and Middle Eastern communities. Remembrance Day Parade in Streetsville, Mississauga. Reviews and debates are shaping around the globe after Donald Trump wins in the US elections. However, Donald Trump was very humble in his victory speech.
To all Republicans and Democrats and independents across this nation, I say it is time for us to come together as one united people. It's time. I pledge to every citizen of our land that I will be president for all Americans, and this is so important to me. For those who have chosen not to support me in the past, of which there were a few people, I'm reaching out to you for your guidance and your help so that we can work together and unify our great country.
Hillary Clinton congratulated Donald Trump in her concession speech.
Last night, I congratulated Donald Trump and offered to work with him on behalf of our country. I hope that he will be a successful president for all Americans. This is not the outcome we wanted or we worked so hard for, and I'm sorry that we did not win this election for the values we share and the vision we hold for our country. But I feel pride and gratitude for this wonderful campaign that we built together.
There are various speculations regarding Canadian Liberal government's relationship with new American administration.
Although Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has invited President-elect Donald Trump to visit Canada, but it doesn't look like from his body language that he's too happy on Mr. Trump's victory in the US elections. The Globe and Mail has published a survival guide for Canadians in Trump era. Two diplomats, Gary Gore, a former Canadian ambassador to the United States, and Gordon Giffen, a former US ambassador to Canada, urged Canadians to accept the election results during a joint presentation to the Greater Vancouver Board of Trade last Friday. Being Canada's top liberal supporter media outlet, Toronto Star is criticizing Donald Trump day and night. However, journalist Colin Robertson in the Globe and Mail cautioned Canadians by a statement that there will be no Trudeau-Trump bromance. A veteran analyst advised well to Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, handle Trump like Papa handled Nixon. It is certainly an interesting scenario because Prime Minister Trudeau's personal chemistry doesn't seem matching President-elect Donald Trump. Prime Minister Trudeau is more kind of President Obama and Hillary Clinton, good-looking people, but more into photo shoots with big smiles. But President-elect Donald Trump seems more into serious business. So Prime Minister Trudeau would be having bumpy ride in terms of dealing him in business matters, refugee issues, security and terrorism.
Tech TV's show Power Dilemma with Sarah Bukhari brings views on Donald Trump's victory.
So over to you, Leith. Let us just dig deep down into this. That why did Hillary fail? However, the polls showed that she is going to be the winner in the elections.
Well, I think there's a couple of factors that are involved in why she failed. There are panelists, commentators, pundits all across the political spectrum. It doesn't matter whether they're in the mainstream media. It doesn't matter if they're in some of the alternative media outlets on social media and in the new prism or paradigm of media. Whether it's been your traditional pundits on both the Democratic and the Republican or independent sides in the United States, we're all, I think, somewhat surprised.
Hillary Clinton lost simply because she was a bad candidate. I mean, Hillary Clinton was the person who ran against Barack Obama when Obama was virtually an unknown quantity. And if you wanted change, you didn't vote for Hillary Clinton. She was the candidate who opposed change. She was the candidate who played the race card on Obama. She was the candidate who famously said that she ought to stay in the race even after she had been eliminated on the off chance that Obama was assassinated. You know, she was rejected before, and she was a bad candidate the second time round.
Conservative Party of Canada's leadership race seemingly shadowed by the US elections. Conservative MP Kelly Leith's proposed plan to screen new immigrants is the topmost debate in Canada. Ontario elections are still a year and a half away, but PC Party's nomination process for candidates is at top gear in GTA. This campaign is drawing lots of South Asians, Middle Easterns, and other immigrant communities. Let's watch a report from Tahir Gora.
Next Ontario elections, the 42nd Ontario general election is scheduled to be held on or before June 7, 2018. But potential candidates have jumped into nomination race even 2 years before the election. While seeing more opening and winning chances from Progressive Conservative Party in Greater Toronto areas, dozen Pakistani, Indian, Punjabi and Middle Eastern candidates are contesting the nomination race. Commentators say that because of opportunist behavior, some Pakistani Canadians, even being fierce attackers of Conservative Party, are also contesting nomination race. When asked Patrick Brown about those potential candidates, he responded to TAC TV.
How would you handle those potential candidates for nomination who were fierce attackers on Conservative in the past, but while seeing the opportunities in Conservative Party now, they are jumping into sort of a bandwagon. So what's your take, please?
Well, I think it's a sign that there's a real appetite for change, that we have so many candidates coming forward, wanting to run for the party. People who have been Liberals before, New Democrats before, saying that they no longer feel comfortable in those other parties. It's a sign of the membership growth we've seen in the party. It's exciting, and we're encouraging people, no matter where their parents may have voted, no matter where they might have voted before, they're welcome to come and join us on this journey to get Ontario back on track.
It's a great spirit, but it's not all about voting to our party. It's also about some people criticize that they are sort of opportunists. So how would you handle them?
Well, ultimately, the membership will make a decision on that. The membership will make a decision on whether someone's membership was too recent or whether they hadn't been there before. But, this is a very different party than it was a few years ago. We are a party that is modern, inclusive, pragmatic. It doesn't matter who you love or where you're born, or the color of your skin, or what your faith is. You have a home in our party. This was a party that was 10,000 members 2 years ago, and now we're close to 100,000. And so it's a sign of momentum and a sign of the appetite for change.
Where would you take Ontario go to the next level if you get elected as premier in 2018?
It's about creating an Ontario advantage, trying to make sure that whether it's on red tape, energy, education, gridlock, that we are slightly better than all our competitors. It's about making and building an Ontario advantage so that it's easier to raise a family, create jobs, create a small business in Ontario than it is in Manitoba, Michigan, New York, or any of our competitors.
Remembrance Day Parade in Streetsville, Mississauga. Today is 11th of November. We Canadians are celebrating another Remembrance Day. The significance of this day is that we commemorate all our people who participated into Second World War for the independence and independent ideas for our people.
#1 multicultural channel. This is TAG TV.